contract, $30,000. How did we fund it? How did we acquire this property?
Yes. So we basically had a first hard money loan, which
So a local hard money lender.
A local hard
we have
money
relationships
lender.
with.
Exactly. And then basically after that, we then funded the renovations through you.
You me, yes.
You
so
funded,
hard money loan at I think 2 and 12.
Yep.
Typical hard money loan here in town from a local hard money lender for the purchase price.
Exactly.
We got 100% financing.
Yes.
On a $30,000 purchase, most hard money lenders are probably okay with 100% financing.
Exactly. I remember the hard money lender laughing out loud when I told them the purchase price.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him on the show one day.
Yes. Hashtag MMFA if you're listening.
Okay, so we got to closing, bought the house. I put up the funds, my own cash. And and our rehab budget was what?
We had set a budget of about 25 to 30.
Yeah.
There was a couple things that were unknown. The back half, it wasn't half, a back portion of the house, which was a small little kitchen, had no foundation.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
That was a surprise, yep.
And in a rehab, be prepared for the surprises.
Yes.
There's going to be something that jumped. You're like, holy crap, I didn't even know that existed. And we only got in through the wholesaler who just saw the house. That's the only time we were inside the house.
Yeah.
Was when he was pretending to be the pizza guy.
Yeah.
And then we discovered no foundation.
Exactly. And when we say we got in the house, really, he just got in the house. You and I weren't there.
We never saw the inside of that property.
Exactly.
Even pictures.
Yeah, he couldn't take pictures or anything. That's right.
But at $30,000, I'm buying the house.
Exactly. It's worth the risk.
That's right.
That's right. So now we're under contract on this, and obviously we are going to be buying it, which means we're going to be the new owner, which means we're going to be needing to evict the tenant. Yes.
That's right.
Because the mother was dying to have her son evicted, which again she couldn't do it because it was her own kid. So we then this individual learned the day that we acquired the property because the mother informed him. She didn't want him to know at any point until after it closed because she felt
after we owned the house.
Yes, she was afraid he'd sabotage the deal somehow, and she really wanted to sell it.
Right.
So once we closed on it and we owned it, she notified him, but then you and I actually went and served him
We put the notice on the 3-day pay or vacate on the door and took a picture of us putting it on the door.
Yes, at which he was home and I opened it. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think I stayed in the car. I think I was a little bit scared. I think I'm like, I'll let Yoshi go up to the door of this meth head and knock on it.
So we actually we went together. So just to refresh your memory.
Did I go up to the door?
Well, I was taping, I think, and you were taking a picture of me. And then he opened it, right? And then
we're evicting you.
Yes.
How long did it take us to evict?
It took a while because he refused to move.
Right.
We had to get the constable and the sheriff involved.
Well, we didn't buy the house at the end of the month, and you have to do the 15-day notice, and then the end of the month after the 15 days are up.
Yes.
So because we got the property towards the end of the month, that 15 days ended up in the next month, which I think at this point was May. So we had to wait till the end of May to actually start the eviction, and the eviction took a couple of weeks. So then we're into June, and then he wouldn't leave, and we had to wait, and we had to get the cops to kick him out.
Yes, but he showed up in court, remember, which prolonged it. He fought it.
He did try and fight it. He ended up losing, but
he showed up with a piece of paper that was handwritten that basically said "I," and then it was his mom's name. Allow my son to live here for free forever, right? Or something like that. And he backdated it. And of course, the judge didn't buy that was really his mom's signature, and he didn't buy that was backdated, and so that actually pushed everything back. But I remember you when he opened the door, you'd asked him, "Hi, just you're aware we're the new owners. How you doing?" And then I remember him going, "Not good." That's how I remember. That's why I remember we were both there because you'd asked him how you doing.
Just
it was because that's a normal question.
Me trying to be the peacemaker.
That's right. And and we were very nice to him. We said, listen, we even offered to
cash for keys.
Yeah,
we did. We tried cash for keys.
Pay him to leave because that's cheaper in many cases than
and faster than an eviction.
Than the eviction, paying an attorney, going to court. So he basically turned down the cash for keys. So then we shared with him, well, we're really sorry, but we're going to have to we're going to have to evict you. Our plans are to remodel the home. It needs to be vacant. And so you've got some time though because and we were fair with him on how much time we kind of gave him an expectation. This is how long it's going to take us In the meantime, if you can be looking for a place, which of course he didn't.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Because after the 2.5 months, and we actually got him out.
Yes.
And we waited the 2 weeks to remove all of his junk.
Yes.
And we start the rehab. What does he do after that?
Breaks in over and over.
To live there at night.
Yes, yes. And then this was funny because, so once we got once the judge gave us the, we won in court,
yeah.
and the judge awarded us the lockout. So the lockout is when now a sheriff escorts the person out, and then we change the locks and lock him out. And so you were busy at work that day, so I had to go do the lockout. And the contractor was on another project, because I would have sent the contractor, because I am not handy, I was like, I don't even know how to change a lock.
I know, neither do I.
So the constable, I meet the constable there, and the constable tells me, all right, listen, he got a full bulletproof vest, gun on his hip, and he's like, okay, why don't you wait out here? I'm going to go in first, clear the property. If he's there, we'll get him out. If he's not there, then I'm going to have you change the locks. I was like, great. So he goes in, clears the property. The door was unlocked. He knew we were coming because he had the notifications that,
Right, of the date.
Of the date, exactly. And the constable comes out, and he's holding a piece of paper. He goes, so there's a note he left for you. And it said, please don't lock us out. I don't know if I ever told you
No,
that.
I don't think I knew this.
Yeah, and the constable...
Please don't lock us out.
Yes, because he knew it was the lockout date. And so the constable goes, well, he's not home, but he left you a note that says, please don't lock us out. So he goes, why don't you go in? I'm going to stand here at the front door, and you change the lock. Well, there were 3... This is the first time I've been in the house. There were 3 exits, and so I was prepared for 2.
I remember that.
And I had no idea there was a 3rd door, so I didn't have a 3rd lock. So I was like... Well, I'll just push the sofa against this door. That's how he kept getting in. And he had a big dog door, right? And
yes, I remember the dog. We had to board the dog door.
Yes.
Because he was sneaking back in through the dog door.
Exactly.
At night.
So the reason I'm sharing this is, for the first time in my life, I'm changing a lock. I'm nervous that the guy's going to come back. I'm thankful the constable's there, but I'm sweating because there's no AC in the house, and it was like June or July.
Yeah.
And it took me forever. I kept apologizing to the constable, going, I'm so sorry. Never changed the lock. He's like, take your time, take your time. It took me like an hour to change those locks on exterior door locks.
First tip number 1.
Yeah.
When you need to lock someone out, learn how to change a lock very quickly.
Or bring someone who can do it.
Yeah, really.